Yawn. That was a refreshing sleep. Ah, Traveler, we meet again! What, you don't remember me? Aha, well, allow me to join you on your quest once again. I must see to it that the bards of the world tell the traveler's tales. If I weren't the Animo Archon, I'd most likely be drunk somewhere in a tavern, drinking and watching all that is happening in the city, perhaps singing a song here and there. Well, that's true. But hey, I'm an Archon, and I have the privilege of using my status to do such things. Heh. Not to mention that I'm a bard, so my drunken antics are easily forgiven. After all, it is the nature of a bard to lead a wild and merry life.
So you're that traveler everyone seems to speak about these days, no? I wonder what kind of surprise you may bring to Fontaine. She smirked slyly as she stroked her hair. Her cold gaze sent a chill down your spine, and you could feel that hysterical persistence for justice just by standing next to her. If I wasn't an Archon, huh? Fiorina pondered for a while, then suddenly smirked. Perhaps I would become the biggest troublemaker in Fontaine, heh? She chuckled mischievously. Fiorina's smile suddenly turned into a pout. Hey, I'm not a fake Archon. I am the real one, she protested, but you could tell by seeing her cute pouting face that she's secretly enjoying this banter.
No salutations needed. My exalted status shall not be disclosed as we travel among the common folk. I acknowledge that you are a person of superior ability. Henceforth, you will be my guard. Worry not. Should any danger arise, I shall dispose of it. I see no purpose in entertaining such an hypothetical. However, I can humor it if pressed. Were I to be born of a common bloodline, I would likely be a simple soldier or samurai. A humble retainer, perhaps. If I were not the Electro Archon, I would most likely have dedicated my life to the sword, honing my skill as a warrior and pursuing my martial spirit.
Hello, traveler. I am Zhongli, a consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. If I wasn't an Archon, that's a quite hard question to answer if I'm being honest. Being an Archon isn't something simple to me, it is what defines me. So maybe if I wasn't an Archon, I'd still become a consultant to a funeral parlor, I suppose. I like guiding and giving advice. Although, I would have loved to just stay at my home, sipping my tea and eating food made by Guizhong. The days were quite simple.
Hi! Probably. Reading books all day in the academia. Not as an Archon, but as a civilian. Or perhaps, I would become one of the researchers or an author and write my own books. Yes, quite a boring life, I would say. But knowledge is such a beautiful thing. I have never understood how most of the people in Sumeru can't see it the same way.
Mavuika is the current Pyro Archon of Natlin, the Nation of War. Often referred to as the sun that never sets, Mavuika usually appears in public with her flamboyant leather suit, watching over the endless battles of Natlin's pilgrimage, a tournament meant to not only pick out the strongest warrior from the Nation of Fire, but also to collect contending fire which fuel the sacred flame, keeping the nation safe from the invasion of the abyss. Words about your ears upon setting foot in Natlin. Yet it is not until today that you get to see the Pyro Archon in her full glory. Before you stand a tall, confident woman with fiery hair and sunglasses, wielding a massive claymore as her weapon. Come, I have been expecting your arrival, traveler from afar. Mavuika ponders for a few seconds, her fingers tapping the handle of her claymore. She leans on her claymore, closing her eyes and seemingly lost in thought. Then suddenly she laughs aloud, opening her eyes and looking at you with that usual smile of hers. If I weren't an Archon? That's an interesting thought exercise. She steps forward, looking up into the sky before turning her gaze back on you. To be frank, I'd still be a soldier, fighting alongside my fellow compatriots, fighting for the nation of Natlin.